y'all, I have not filmed in a hot minute, but I'm back. You're going to have to excuse my raspy voice. I still have laryngitis, and I can't really speak all that well right now. But anyway, I hope you enjoy this video where I show you how to make two really easy and really cute Valentine's Day crafts. Hey y'all, so today is January 9th, 2023, and I've not filmed in a hot minute. But listen, I have two things to tell you. Number one, I'm sick. I haven't been sick in a long time, but I'm sick right now, and my throat is really messed up. Please just bear with me on that part. Number two, if you follow me on Facebook, you know that me and my children are going through something very traumatic right now. I can't go into many details about it, but if you would, please look in the description box and in the comments. I'll have a pinned comment with a link that will explain what's going on, okay? I really appreciate if you could, just read through that right quick. But this is what happens when people have malicious intent and try to destroy everything that you've built, okay? But let's move on. First off, what I have here, this is sort of like a charger plate from Dollar Tree. And I also have here some white spray paint. Now you can see that this is very shiny. So what we're going to do is you need to take some fine grit sandpaper. This is a sanding block that I use on my nails. You can use that. You can use an emery board like I have here. Just whatever you have that can scuff this up a little bit just to take off some of that shine. If you don't take off that shine, then your paint is not going to stick. Okay? So I'm just going to sand that, and then we're going to paint it with this. And I like these. You can get these at Walmart, Sally's Beauty Supply, pretty much any place that sells things for nails. It's real squishy. As you can see, this is curved, and it works really well to get around that curve. And you can just buff the shine off. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to paint it, and we'll come back. All right, so while we're waiting for our spray paint to dry, let's go ahead and paint these little hearts. Now, I got these hearts at Dollar Tree. And I got this paint. Where did I get this paint? I got this paint somewhere. I think it might have been Hobby Lobby. But anyway, you use whatever kind of paint you want to use. I have pink and red. And let's see. We need to take this off because you know how the label police are. They'll come after you. You know what? No. Let's make them squirm. Let's just leave the labels on. I'm in that kind of mood today. I'm in that kind of mood. Let's see, this looks kind of rough here. So I think we're going to need to sand this down a little bit. And I'm just going to use, I was getting ready to throw this sanding block away. But I'm like, no, I think I can get a few more uses out of it. It's not good for nails anymore, but I can use it in my crafts for a little bit. Okay, so we just sand that. Make it smooth. I think that'll work. Okay, so now we're just going to take a little bit of paint. And I'm going to paint this one pink. Come out. There we go. Came out as a blob. I'm trying to laugh and be happy, y'all. It's not easy for me right now. But I'm going to paint this heart pink. And then we'll paint this heart red. And we'll come back and decorate them. Okay, y'all, listen. It is January 15th when I'm finally getting able to finish this video. After I'd filmed the beginning of the video, my voice went out completely. I haven't been able to speak for the past few days. My voice is still not 100% at all, but it's better than it was, okay? So, I'm sorry it took so long to get this video out. And if you'll look at the link in the description box and in the comments I was telling you about, like I said, you'll see what all else I've got going on, okay? It's a lot right now. It's a lot. But anyway, what I have here, this is just some scrapbook paper that I had in my stash. Let me see here. And I know that none of this is really going to line up perfectly. And that's okay. Don't worry about it. But the way that we're going to have the hearts in here is there's going to be one here. And there's going to be one here. And I'm going to have something in the middle, I guess. I haven't figured that part out yet. I'm going to have it like this. Or we could have it like so. That would look okay. But at any rate, what we're going to have to do is cut this paper. Oh, I dropped it. Cut this paper to fit this area in here, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this paper to fit the inside. Okay, so I have my paper cut. My voice cracked at the end of the previous clip. Let's see. I don't want this. Let's turn it this way because I made the paint run a little bit on this end. Let's see. Now all that we're going to do is we're going to take this Mod Podge here. Just going to get a little bit. It's very cold in here. So my Mod Podge is kind of thick. We're just going to paint this right like this. A thin layer. And then we're going to put the paper down in there. Oh, there's the hair. This paintbrush, oh my goodness. It was like one of those like value paintbrush packs at Walmart. And the hairs fall out. The hair is falling out of this paintbrush. Don't buy cheap paintbrushes, guys. Okay. Let's stick that down in there. And just know that it's very difficult for me right now to laugh or make jokes or anything because of what all I'm going through. I'm trying to be happy and cheerful for y'all, okay? Just know that I'm trying. Just know that I'm trying. All right, so now we need to cut this paper probably right about here. Like I said, I know it's not going to line up, but it's no big deal. I'm not real worried about it. Let's cut this way, and maybe I can overlap it a little bit, and it won't look so bad. Okay. All right. I think that looks okay. You see, because then like the hearts are lining up that way. All right. So now we're just going to let this sit here and dry for a little bit, and then we're going to try to spruce it up just a little bit more. All right. We're going to set the tray off to the side for a few minutes. Now, I have these little words here, these Valentine words. These came from Hobby Lobby. If you don't like Hobby Lobby, don't shop at Hobby Lobby, but let's keep that off my channel. And I got this set because this is in red, and then there's, looks like red and natural. I think there's some white in there too. And then I got these as a pink set. So let's see what all we got. The XOXO. Okay, there we go. Yeah, those are in white. I thought they had like some natural, but it's like either pink and white or red and white. So let's get these opened up and see which ones I want to use. Okay, there's already a whole lot of white going on that tray. So let's just stick with the pink and red letters. And I think that this will be okay here. Now all I'm going to do is just put some did you heat up already? Please be hot. I'm just going to put some blobs, and then I'm going to glue them down. Don't get it on my finger. Okay, I know my voice is still terrible. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing the best I can. Doing the best that I can. Now I'm just going to stick this down there, and then I will go back, and of course I will get off the glue strings, and we'll clean that up. But I'm going to stick this down, and then stick this one down as well. Okay, so now what I'm going to do for this tray, you see like all these little dots on the tray? I'm going to paint those, and I'm going to use a dotting tool. Listen to me. If you don't have a dotting tool, it's okay. You don't need to go out and buy one. You can use a paintbrush, okay? But let's see. Let's use this one. I think this is a good size. Oh, Lord. I dropped it on the floor. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the paint that I used to paint the hearts, and let's put a little bit in the cap here. And I'm just going to use that with this dotting tool. And I'm going to paint the little dots, okay? Just alternating colors. So let me zoom in here and show you what I'm doing. See, I just get some on my dotting tool, and I'm just going to touch it to the dots. Like, boop. Like so, okay? It just makes it a little bit easier than a paintbrush. But like I said, if you don't have one of these, don't worry about it. You could use a Q-tip, too, if you wanted to. Or if you have a drill bit, flip the drill bit around and use the flat end. And that works pretty well as a dotting tool. But anyway, I'm going to go all the way around this. Like I said, I'm going to alternate the colors, and then we'll come back. Okay, so this is what we have. I'm reasonably certain this is not dry. But I'm just trying to get this video done before my voice decides to say adios again. So anyway, now what we're going to do is just to glue our hearts down. And I still need to get some of these glue strings out of there. It'll be okay. It'll be all right. So let's kind of put these down. decide where we want them. Because I want to put a bow, like a messy bow, like right kind of in the center. So I'm not real certain if I want these. Yeah, I guess, because they angle down. I guess that'll be fine. Look, I'm leaving the label on it. I'm leaving the label on it. Label police, come at me. Okay, just put this down in there. Let's move it over just a little bit. There we go. And now let's glue the other one down in there. I'm kind of sitting at an angle, so I'm reasonably certain that this is not going to be perfect. I'm trying, y'all. I really am. It's been I've had a rough week. Bear with me, okay? I don't need the negativity. So now let's put this. Yeah, that looks okay. Let's press that down. All right, so now I'm going to let this set up for a second, and let's make a quick messy bow. I have several rolls of ribbon that's Valentine themed and Valentine colored, so I'm just going to grab those and just use whatever I have. Okay, so you can see here I've got a bunch of different kinds. This is kind of wide. I don't think I'm going to use that. Let's go back with the narrow kind, and this came from a bunch of different places, I think. Where did this come from? I don't know, but anyway. I think that came from Hobby Lobby, and this came from Dollar Tree, actually. But anyway, what you're going to do is you're just going to cut a few strips of ribbon. However wide you want your bow, you're just going to cut strips. All right, so what I'm going to do is, oh, the hearts go this way. So I'm just going to see about how wide I want it. Let's go about right here. Now, if you don't like the bow, guess what? Don't put a bow on it. A lot of times if I do something or paint something or, like put a bow on it, like, well, I don't like it, then don't do it. This is just what I do. You don't have to do what I do. I just give you the basic idea and then you just run with it, do whatever you want to do. So what do you do with this? Well, you can glue a hanger on the back of it, a loop of wire, whatever you want to use for a hanger, and you can hang it up. But what I like to do is at Dollar Tree, you can get like these little easels that you could put decorative plates on and whatnot. I like using those and just taking this and just setting it on there, It's just for decoration. Decorations don't have to have a purpose. But I'm going to cut a bunch of these and be back. Okay, now I've cut a big long piece of ribbon. I'm just going to use that to tie all the ribbon together. And now I'm just going to lay the ribbon, just going to alternate it, just however you want to lay it down. It don't matter. Because we're just going to be tying it all together anyway. So it doesn't, 100% matter how you lay it down. Just layer it however you want to layer it. So can y'all see what I'm doing? I'm sorry. And then we're just going to tie it all together, okay? So just laying it down like so. And then you're going to pick up these ends of your ribbon and you're just going to tie a knot. That's all you're doing. Really good way to use up scraps of ribbon. I have mason jars over here, just full of pieces of ribbon. But I didn't have any that I thought would be, good Valentine's Day colors. Okay, I'm just tying a knot. Stop. And then I'm going to tie another knot, like so. And then I'm just going to trim this down, and then we're going to glue it down. Okay, let's see, I'm trying to make sure that this is as even as possible. I know it's kind of cattywampus. It'll be all right. Now we're just going to put a blob of glue. Oh, Lord. We're going to put a blob of glue and make a mess. We're just going to glue it down like so. If you don't like the bow, don't use the daggone bow. I want to say that a couple times. Okay? Now let that dry, and then I'll fan out the bow, okay, and just, we'll make it look a little bit better. But I like the bow. Okay? So anyway, I'll get a good picture of this for y'all. You've already seen it at the beginning, but I'll get another good picture, and we'll move on to the next one. All right, for this next one, this is something that I have seen on TikTok, Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram. So many people are making these, and I just thought they were so cute, and I wanted to make one too. But what you're going to need, 2 of these plastic bowls, okay? You see how they have like these ridges on them? These came from Dollar Tree, and let me tell you exactly where in the store I found these, because I had a hard time finding them. In my store, these were over like in the party supplies, you know, where they have like the matching, like the cutlery, the balloons, the plastic tablecloths, and plastic cups and stuff for parties. This is where I found those. And they had a bunch of different colors. And I got this pink color because, you know, Valentine's Day, let's do pink. I didn't see red. I wanted red, but I didn't see red, so I got pink. Oh, Lordy. Let's take these off or the daggum label police will come after me. Labels are gone. So now you have these 2 bowls. Now what you want to do is fill it up with whatever kind of candy you want. Now I got this stuff at Dollar Tree. I just thought it was really pretty. This decorative shred. And it's sort of like an iridescent type deal here. I'm just going to spread that out. You know what? Let's just put the whole daggum package in there. That's what we're going to do. And then I got a bunch of different kinds of candy, okay? I thought these were cute because this is going to be like a lollipop. I hate the word lollipop. I say sucker. What do you say? I hate the word lollipop. And I got paint on my hand. Oh, paint on my hand. It's okay. There's a bunch of different suckers. Let's just put a few of those down in there. And I'm going to add some more candy. But these candy hearts, are these like the double crisp hearts? I love those. Do y'all like those? I love those. Let's see. All right, for now, that'll be okay. Let's call that done, okay? You put however much candy in it you want. Now what we're going to do is let's get all of this stuff in there. Or we can trim it off after we put it all together. Whatever you want to do, doesn't matter to me. Okay? Now you're going to put this bowl on top of the other one. And just try to line it up as best you can. I will trim off the excess stringy things here in a second. My voice is going. Now, if you want to, you can hot glue this in different points to hold it together. I want it to be easy to open up, so I'm just going to use some tape here. And I'm just going to add a few little pieces of tape here and there. And you're probably thinking, Amber, that's not going to hold together very well. Well, I'm going to show you something else I'm going to do here in a minute, okay? It's going to be all right. Don't worry about it. I'll put a piece of tape there, piece of tape there. You know, like those little glue dots, little sticky glue dots you can get for scrapbooking? If you want to use those to hold it together, that would be just fine, I'm sure, as well. But I'm just going to use this tape. If you really press on that tape, it just kind of disappears into the bowl and you don't really see it. And now I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to trim off all the little strings. Okay, now I have a pool noodle. This pool noodle came from Dollar Tree. Now listen, what can you use if you don't have a pool noodle? Okay, take a look right there. Pool noodle. What can you use if you don't have a pool noodle? You can use a big dowel rod. You could use like a paper towel, empty paper towel roll. You could use that. Whatever you have that you think would work well. So I'm just going to cut this to a length that I think will be good for the sucker stick. Okay, so I flipped this over. So all the candy is down here and my my filler is here. So now we're just going to hot glue this on. I highly suggest using low temp hot glue for this so that you don't melt your pool noodle. I have my gun over here set to low temp. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a good amount of hot glue on there. And then we're just going to glue it to the center of this bowl here to be, like I said, the sucker stick. So I'm going to hold that in place and let that set up. Now, I should have done this before I glued the pool noodle on. I wasn't thinking. But what you could do if you wanted to is you could take some ribbon and you could glue it down and then spiral it around the stick here. You know, just to give it a little more something, something. If you wanted to, you know, that's totally optional. I may do that later. But, you know what? Let's do it now. Like I said, I've got my hot glue here set to low. And now I'm just going to take the ribbon and I'm just going to spiral it around, wrap it all the way up to the end and glue it down. Okay, I know that this is difficult to see and I apologize, but that's what the stick looks like so far. All right, now let's get this out of the way. So now what we're going to use, this is optional. You don't have to use this, but I just thought it would bring it together a little bit better. I got this basket wrap. You can get this at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, pretty much any craft store. All this is like that clear cellophane that you use to wrap around gift baskets. That's what this is. So let's roll this out, and then we're going to set this on top. All right, I have very limited space on this table, okay? I know this is difficult to see, and I apologize. So I just cut a big old square, okay? And I'm just going to bring it up like so. Just in different places. Is this even? Probably not. Probably not even at all. It's all right. You can trim it down. You can trim it down. All right, I think that looks good. Now I need a piece of ribbon to tie around. Okay? Got this ribbon. Let's determine which side you want the front. Because I don't want the knot on this ribbon. Well, you know what? I don't think it really matters. Just gather it around. And now let's just wrap this ribbon around. And I'm going to tie it in a knot. All right. So now what I'm doing is I'm just going back and tying a bow with the ribbon that I used to go around the handle here, okay? That's all I'm doing. So I will tie this bow, and then this will be done. Let's see. Well, I think the little hearts here will be upside down. But anyway, thank you for bearing with me through this video with my strange raspy voice. Hopefully it'll be better soon because I've got a lot more videos coming up for y'all. Like I said, I don't have it filmed in a while, but I've got a lot going on in my personal life. But this is what I do for a living. This is my income. And I need to work, okay? But anyway, if you would, please give this video a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media. Links to all of which will be in the description box down below. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.